Building a winning marketing calendar for your home service business. This is the first video of a 3-part series where we talk about anticipating, capitalizing, and extending your season, tactics on what you can do to maximize your lead generation success. And in the third video, we're actually going to provide a free resource, a free marketing calendar you can use to take advantage of your business. But this video is all about what you're tracking and how you measure success. So buckle up, get started, and I'll see you inside. Take care. Part 1, what marketing metrics matter most? Measuring success with your marketing. How do we know when we're doing it right? As we go through this 3-part video series, you're going to hear me use the acronym ACE a lot. A, anticipate. C, capitalize. E, extend. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, there is some degree of seasonality to your business. Some more than others, but your goal as a marketer, as a small business owner, is to anticipate your season, capitalize on demand, and then extend that season as far into the slower period as you possibly can. And we do that through measuring our success. We do that through controlling when we're going to be spending our dollars. Now, this first video is talking about what metrics we're tracking to make sure that we can ace every one of our seasons. The first metric I want to talk about is your cost per lead. Cost per lead is a really simple metric and one that's often missed. Rookie marketers, and make sure you're not missing this step, will take their total marketing spend divided by their total number of customers serviced. And they'll come up with a cost per lead of something crazy like $3, $5. That's absolutely not correct. We want to isolate. We want to make sure that we're segmenting our new marketing spend, our Google ads, our Facebook, our direct mail flyers, whatever they could be, with the new leads that those generated. They have nothing to do with customers that are using us again or referral customers. This is specifically, I spent money on Facebook, I spent money on Google, and I get leads back for those. That is my cost per lead. It's really important to measure those for a couple of reasons. 1, we want to find the best lead sources. 2, we want to find their point of diminishing returns. If I'm getting a 10-to-1 return on something, can I spend twice as much, 3 times as much, and continue to get that 10-to-1 return? It's really important to know that. And if you use your gut, it's not going to be nearly as good as if you use actual data. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our total marketing spend, and we're going to divide it by our total new leads. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, do that by each media. How much did you spend on Google? How many leads did Google get? How much did you spend on EDDM? How many leads did EDDM get? Really important that we track cost per lead, because this is going to tell us exactly when we're going to spend our money, what we're going to spend our money on. So really important. The next thing we want to track is our cost per acquisition. Cost per acquisition is more of a marketing metric, but it's exactly the same thing said in a different way with a closing percentage. So we want to know how much is it costing us to acquire a customer, because the final metric we're going to look at is what's our maximum allowable customer acquisition cost. So our cost per acquisition, the same thing. How much are we able to spend? What's the point of diminishing returns? And again, we want to segment these by lead source. This is going to be our total spend divided by how many new customers we acquired from that spend to get the number. So your cost per acquisition will every time be higher than your cost per lead at the rate of your closing percentage. So we'll do more sales videos later, but you want to make sure that you are tracking how much it costs to acquire a customer. Next thing you want to do is look at our maximum allowable customer acquisition cost. How much can you afford to acquire a customer? Another incredibly important metric, because whether you have a high frequency, like a maid service, pest control, pool cleaning, landscaping, or a low frequency service, painting, roofing, whatever it could be, there's going to be a completely wildly different metric. Some maid services, believe it or not, will actually pay 200% of the first cleaning to acquire a customer. Think about that. They're willing to pay 2 times what they're going to collect in revenue for one job. Imagine a roofing company doing that, right? You're not going to pay $30,000 for a customer to do a $15,000 roof. So it's really important you understand what your maximum allowable customer acquisition cost is. Every industry is different, but the metric you really want to measure when doing this is going to be your lifetime value. What is the potential you have to serve this customer over the lifespan of your relationship? 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever you think that is, how much can I get? The reason a maid service will pay 2 times the first cleaning is because they expect to serve that customer bi-weekly, monthly for 2 or 3 years. So it's a significant lifetime value relative to a one-time, one-and-done service. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to go over the relationship between what's called NRR. It's another great acronym I like to use, and that's new, repeat, referral. It doesn't matter what kind of customer you have in your database, they're gonna fall into one of three buckets. It's a new customer, brand new to your database, never used your service before, using you for the first time, and they come as a result of you sending a marketing message out to the world. Now, this is anything you're spending money on for marketing: Google, Facebook, EDDM, direct mail, your vehicle wraps, something that I've spent money on to go out and say, hey, check me out, I'm an awesome company. So these are new customers, never used your service before, using you for the first time. Second is a repeat customer. Pretty simple. They're in your database already. They've used you once, they're using you again. So that's a repeat customer. And a referral customer is somebody who originates from your database. So it's a B2B contact. A property manager gives you a referral, or a real estate agent, or one of your existing customers gives you their friend, family, or neighbor. It's somebody already in your database that is referring, or a brand advocate for you. So that's a customer that originates from your database. It's important that you segment in three ways, because as we'll go to in a second, your sales goal is nothing more than your repeat plus your referral plus your new. And the new is the gap, right? So if I'm making this up right now, but if I can get 25% of my sales from referral, 25% of my sales from repeat, I have 50% of my sales I need to get from new. So now I know exactly how many new customers I have to go out into the world to get. And when I know how many new customers I have to go out and get, what's my cost per lead? What's my cost per acquisition? It's a mathematical equation that will allow you to accurately predict how much you need to spend in marketing, which is the whole goal of this video, is the metrics you need to use to make sure that you know how and what it's going to take to hit your sales goal. So here's a little pie chart kind of talking about what this NRR explained is: 25% repeat, 25% referral, and 50% new. If you don't like this number, which we'll talk about in later videos, there's a lot of things that we can do. We can raise our average ticket. We can get more repeat customers. We can get more referral customers and play around with this 50% to see exactly what it's going to take to hit our goal. So that's it. Those are the metrics that matter most for your business. Part 2 is going to be tactical things that you can do and hacks you can do to increase the efficiency of your marketing. So toolbox, what do you need in order to get started with building your marketing calendar? Some sort of way to track historical revenue. Your CRM is usually a great resource for this. My good friend Josh Latimer has this great tool called revenuebuddy.com. You can check that out. You're going to need your marketing KPIs: cost per lead, cost per acquisition, maximum allowable customer acquisition cost, and then finally your marketing calendar to define and assign where we're going to be spending our money this year. So I hope you enjoyed this first step. Stay tuned to the next video. It's going to be tactics on exactly how you can take advantage of and capitalize on marketing metrics that matter most. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.